Hi guys and girls and the undecided, Gary here from MangaMACWorkshop, where we fix, repair, sometimes break and have to fix again. Let's get into it. So hi guys, back on the chair. Well, had a bit of a unfortunate thing happen, as I said earlier. So this is what's happened. The actual there's this plate here and it had these two drop bits on here that tucked underneath the rim here, and that sort of held it in place, which is all very well when you're not with the other seat. It's just the seat was independent of the backrest. Now this is all combined, so as I leant back, so as I leant back, the chair was pulling on these points here, and that's what let go, caused the failure. So what I'm going to have to do is take this plate here off, and I've got some bearings here. I'm going to make up a plate to put it right across here. So that's the job for today, just try and sort that out. So I'll end up having a trap there that should hold it, and it should be a lot more permanent. And I'll also put another bolt in here just to give it a bit more support, seeing as there's a lot more weight on this thing. So yeah, unfortunately there's always issues. Not always, but hey, it's part of the learning and part of the building, and we'll adapt and overcome as per usual. Right, we'll get this off. So as you can see, this clip here used to be on there. Move that way around more, better look. And that kind of latched around that rail and stopped it going this way. But I thought this was metal, but no, it's plastic. So that's no bueno. So what I'm gonna have to do is take these pins out, and these are like 10mm. So I'll grind these out. I've got some 10mm bolts to go right through there. Then I'll take this piece out and I'll make a metal tag, and then I'll put it's just a skateboard bearing, and I'll just let it float, but that can sit inside that groove, and that'll give me a really secure point. But I'll make it slide like this one here does as well. So yeah, so that's going to be today's job. So we carry on and get it done. Right, I've ground as we said before, ground that off there. So now, tidy up as usual, punch those out. So hopefully, punches here. It's never straightforward, is it? Poof! Out it comes. Just like that. Oh, that's interesting. It's got a step on it, so I might have to make that hole bigger, because I've got a 10mm bolt to go in there, so that shouldn't be too bad. It's quite good having a video, because I don't know how it goes back together. Because that wheel goes there. Like that, I guess. Yep. Okay. Take the other side. Two done. Sweet. Brush. I don't know what you use brushes for. Got no use for them. Whatever. You see this is already bent up, eh? So obviously so I am going to put another hole in here, so I have 2 sets of bolts, because it's obviously a lot of force when it's in there, it's pulling like that way on these bearings. So we need to tie it back here as well, just to help it all out, make it a bit more industrial, a bit more Gary proof. But yeah, it should be fine, fine. So it's getting there, playing slowly but surely, not. So in theory, here's my bolts, something I prepared earlier. So let's see if my plan will work. Nice. Oh, might need a bit of a... Nope. See, my bolts are pretty good. Happydays.com as usual. So that should go in there. Might have to put a drill through there just to clean those out a little. Go to 10 mil. This must be American. Find a bit of bar to start with. So I've got some 60 mil flat here. You just never know. You never chuck stuff away, because it can come very helpful. So I'm thinking of just making it the same as this, you know, very similar anyway. Same but different. So I might even go that way around. I really need to figure out where everything sort of ends up. And then that should emulate the same as before, but be stronger. I think we're fairly good to call that fairly reasonable. So now we need to figure out where this bearing here's got to go. And what gap we need. So I'm going to go measure that. I'll go from there, eh? Okay guys, after a lot of fluffing around, I've managed to make 2 brackets, which hopefully is the right distance to get into the bearings there. So I test fitted them, they're okay, but man, she's a bit of a... Yeah, the tolerances aren't... You know, you have to work through a bit of tolerance. But anyway, so we'll assemble it. And I've still got to make a spaces for them, because these spaces here which went in there, no good. It's not much of a space though, is it? So not quite sure. So I might make up some spaces on the lathe, on the laser. I'll make up some spaces on the laser, and that way it might be a bit more controllable. So that's that, and then these would go on here. This is the bar that goes between, and it'll just be locked in, because the actual bearings, the rod will fit between and the bearings can just go in there. So yeah, I think will be a lot stronger than what it was before anyway, so that kind of will be how it goes like that. So yeah. Like that. So what I'm going to do is make up some nylock spaces. Well, out of the acrylic I've got, I can just do them with the laser, then I can make them 5mm thick. So I can just work out what I need, and then at least that way we should be a lot better than what we currently are. I might make some to go in there, I think, too, just so I can shim it up if I need to, because it seems like that's the actual width of the what we got, and there's quite a bit of gap in there, so I think this used to move around quite a bit. So we might put a bit of packing in that. Anyway, so we'll I'll go away and make some spaces. I think our mod should be all good. Right then. Maybe we could take it for a little test ride. Do I feel brave? So here we go. Alright, I think it's time to go at the 80 kilo load test again. Ooh. Alright, I think we'll call that good. Man, it was hard work though. Crikey, even getting the bolts back in. So okay, thanks for watching. Then I think the next job will be to get the actual armrest done, and then I've got the handles to do the next bit here. So well, I'll catch you in the next video.